One. Hi, guys. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Why Wednesday. I'm really excited to see our guests here today. And so, with that, I'm just going to let him introduce himself, what he's doing, and the company that he's with. And then we'll talk about that a little bit more because there's some exciting things in the works.
Sounds good. Well, hey, Jacob, thanks for having me. I appreciate you thinking of, Team Vizzy, myself, and the overall big picture of what we're trying to accomplish here at VizyPay. My name's Austin Mac Nab. I'm one of the managing partners here at the company. We started the company in 2017. I've been in the business for 17 years now. When we started the company, we started the company with the mindset of small business owners, which is the backbone, I believe, of America. And, for almost 2 decades, I've watched small business owners get crushed by companies similar to ours when it comes down to the payment processing world, the acceptance of credit card or non-cash payments. And I felt that it was a different way. There needed to be options. There needed to be transparency. There needed to be a full-scale turnaround of the dinosaurs that are in our business for as long as they've been in. They hide behind curtains. They don't want to peel the curtain back. We feel like we need to be in the public eye. We need to be the voice of small business owners in the payment space, which is anywhere between 2.5% to 4% of their, at the bottom line, the P&L of processing fees. And they should have the ability to have options and understand what they're paying in fees or eliminate them completely. So we give them 3 options: the regular way of doing it currently, which is paying a fee to accept credit cards. The second way is to eliminate up to 40 to 60% of their processing fees. And the last way is eliminating up to 100% of the processing fees, allowing them to put money back into their employees, new products, new services, a new pizza oven, if a guy needs a new pizza oven, whatever it may be. But we believe that money belongs to them. They take a lot of risk. They're entrepreneurs. When you start a business, you risk everything to hopefully it's successful. Unfortunately, a lot of business owners throughout the United States fail, but a lot of them do succeed. And the ones that are maybe at the cusp, if we can just make a little difference and get them over that hump to succeed and have that number go up higher, I think our company and myself, we've done a great job. And we go to.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. So to kind of follow up that, so there's a lot, and at this stage, it's 2020, so almost everybody, although not everybody, accept some sort of credit card type of system. Again, not everybody, which is kind of crazy. Losing business there. And so you could work with legitimately anybody. So no doubt about that, you could help and serve a lot of people. But let's narrow down a little bit. So those, and I kind of joke, so that ideal client. So what are some of the questions or some of the concerns? Can you kind of build that persona? And then as they're talking and telling you about it, I sometimes joke and go, you get that kind of kid in a candy store kind of like giddy feeling going, we can help you. We can help solve this problem. So can you kind of paint that picture of, I'm calling you and I'm going, Austin, here's my problems, or here's this. And what are the things I'm saying to you?
Well, I think that's a twofold answer. I mean, I think we have 2 types of clients. The first client we have is, the independent contractors that we work with throughout the United States and 50 states that actually will promote and, implement our services to small business owners. That's a client of ours because they have an opportunity to work for several other companies across the nation. And, we want to make sure that we catch their ear and showcase what we do and why we do it differently because we need boots on the ground. I think face to face, even now, even if it's a Zoom meeting, knowing the fact that I am in Des Moines, I think makes you and I feel more comfortable that, hey, I'm local, right? You're helping, local business with a local guy. And so that's one client that we do have that we focus on in our efforts in marketing or just across the company to support. And that does give me the kid in the candy store feeling. So the second one, even it makes me even more excited, is, small business owners. We're focused on small to medium-sized business owners. My goal is not to walk into a Walmart. My goal is not to walk into a Home Depot. Those guys have, $100,000 a year lawyers or $200,000 a year lawyers or CFOs that they can go fight the fight all day long. They get paid to do it. But Johnny's Auto Repair, in Deer River, Iowa, he doesn't have a CFO. He is the CFO. He doesn't have a lawyer. He is the lawyer. He doesn't have anything else behind him besides what he knows best, which is probably fixing cars, right? And we're the voice of him. he needs to be able to have a company like us to focus on how he accepts credit cards from the public to enhance his business and continue growing and feed his family and his employees, which, by the way, is probably 1 to 2 employees. Our full focus is small to mid-sized businesses, and when I say mid-size, I mean companies that have anywhere between 10 to 15 maybe locations. But other than that, we don't go further than that. And the reason why is because we know the people that are the smaller businesses need the most help, especially today, more than ever in the history that I've been in this business. Small business owners need more help than ever from not only just our world, from any type of business venture. I don't care if it's printing services or whatever it may be. They need more help than any time ever. And that's where we come and play. So our focus, our niche is definitely small to mid-sized businesses. I'm not trying to go for the whale. That's not our focus. The whales have backup. We don't need to help them. We need to help the small to mid-sized individuals that don't have the backup, and we want to be that backup. So,
well, awesome. So, transition a little bit. So, why Wednesday? And hopefully, the reason that everybody watches is this why. And we get to celebrate because you guys just announced yesterday you hit $1 billion or I think it was yesterday in payments and since being open, which is exciting. And then you guys just announced recently your new building that you're going to do. So there's like a lot of stuff going in here. So can you? But that wasn't the end. That wasn't the ends. Like who knew 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you opened it, that's gonna this is gonna explode and be that fast. So what was that driver? What's that thing? And sometimes I actually do joke and go, we're in Iowa, so Monday morning, dead of winter, it's negative 30-degree wind chill. What's that driving force that gets you out of bed to go, I get to go build this?
Now, the driving force is making a difference, especially with the culture we're building at VizyPay. We have a lot of people here that are dedicated blood, sweat, and tears to continue to help our agenda of helping small business owners. And there's nothing more that exciting to me than put Iowa on the map when it comes to fintech or payments. There's nothing more important to me than employing Iowans right here in our backyard. That's why we chose the Waukee location that could fit up to 145 employees. So that makes me wake up in the morning. Hitting that $1 billion mark, it took us 3.5 years to get there. Next year, we'll do an additional $1 billion plus in 1 year. So we're making huge strides. But we're putting Iowa on the map, which we shouldn't be. Silicon Valley, cool, that's awesome. Well, we don't want to be them. We want to create our own atmosphere here in Des Moines, Iowa, and Iowa itself, because we deserve it. Just because, and when people talk about Iowa, they're like, you guys do potatoes there? No, we don't do potatoes. We're not Idaho. I want them to know that we're not that state. We're Iowa, IOWA, so, and that's what makes me wake up and drive, every single morning and to get going. And specifically watching our employees here at our office excel, get to the next level, mature as business individuals. And on top of that, not only are they great here, but how do we impact them here, but also cross-reference into their personal lives? Because they're here with us more than they're with their families. And we better be doing a darn good job holding them accountable and giving them tools to succeed here. So when they go home, it's not, I dread going to work or I dread coming home after work. It's, dang, man, I accomplished something today. And that's really the driver, so.
Oh, gosh, that's amazing. Now I want to work for VizyPay.
Hey, come on in.
So the last thing I always like to do is to leave people that watch it till the end. What would be that piece of advice, personally, professionally? If we start applying this today, we'll be better tomorrow.
Well, I think that's a twofold thing again. One of the things that I've learned a long time ago in business, and I learned it the hard way, is, you can't worry about what others think outside your circle when it comes down to your company itself. Be willing to be disliked, because you're probably going to be disliked no matter which way you do it. No matter if your coffee is different or if how you do mechanic work is different, how you do payments is different. You're not always going to be loved or liked, and you got to accept that. And then you also got to make sure that you want more. I think small business owners and entrepreneurs need to remember one thing: is never good enough. And the day you think it's good enough, you probably shouldn't be in business. You probably, you should probably be, you should be focused on, how do I get more? How do I help one more person? How do I help one more, person come in with their family and I can deliver them great coffee and great food, right? How can I do more for my community? How can I do more for my employees? It should never just be enough. And I think a lot of people get complacent. And when you get complacent, you're going to have guys like me or a lot of other successful business owners out there we're going to swoop in with a different look, and we're going to be disruptive, and you're going to get caught off guard. Think about Blockbuster back in the day. They could have just went right into Netflix and just been a huge conglomerate, right? But they decided that, yeah, we're good at where we're at. We have tons of stores. We're happy. We're content. And then they got eaten alive by the disruptor, right? So wanting more and making sure that it's okay that, what other people think outside of your world, outside of your circle, it's okay they don't agree with you. That's the greatest part about living in America is not everyone has to agree. But as long as you have a good vision, an ethical vision, and you're willing to take care of your employees and take care of your clients that you're trying to attain, I think that's where the biggest advice comes from me. Want more, always, is definitely my biggest thing. And don't worry about what other people think, because honestly, who cares?
Perfect. Well, I love that. And thanks, Austin, for being our guest. And guys, for watching. Thanks for watching. But if you are a business and you take credit cards of any sort, you should be talking to Austin and his team. See, is there any way they can be helping you? And if the answer is yes, then why not? And I love their slogan, look local first. We have to do that, especially now during COVID, as that we build up our businesses. So thank you. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great week. We will see you next week.
All right, buddy. Thank you.